Where's chat? Where's the chat? Okay, chat is there. Honestly, this software is so annoying. Think, I think that should be right. What's going on, people? Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. I hope you're all good. If you're joining from TikTok, welcome in. If you're a YouTube member, welcome in. Right now, we have a slightly different. Make room for this window. Ah, it's fine. We'll leave it. Okay. So let's just turn the anchor mode off if it's going to be weird. Okay. Yeah, whatever, whatever. Yo, what's going on there, Joe? Yeah, so in in this uh, in this environment, we have the ability to actually interact with our charts, interact with anything that you see on the screen. So it makes it a little bit more like futuristic, if you were, because I can actually interact with stuff. So yeah, it's slightly different vibe. It's a little bit smoother running. I don't know if you're noticing the difference in it at all, um, but it is Friday. It is late in the afternoon. We're just going to take a look and see what we can do with some of the charts potentially moving forwards. So, first thing we're going to do is we're going to take a look at the different time frames, which I can't. I mean, I can reach, but it's a stretch. So we're not going to bother too much with that. But when we're up close, we can obviously interact with it. So where we are right now, you can see this low here. This is the low that's dictating whether this time frame stays bullish or not. So because of this, we are going to have to try and follow over into the lower time frames based off of the principle that we've got here. If we close below this point, which is very possible, then it changes this whole scenario into a bearish scenario, which is not what we want. We want it to be bullish, right? So taking the pen, for example, here, this low point is the point that we are looking to stay above. Staying above this is going to lead us into a couple of different things and potentially along. The only reason I say it's going to lead us into a couple of different things is because we have some smaller time frame stuff going on in here as well, not just the larger time frame. Now, you all know the way that we trade this system, and it's a three parts. I'm like, it's a three-part system. It's a three-part system. So the 50-minute is the foundational basis of where we stand currently. Now, with that in mind, this is just euro. So we might not, we could tell you what I will do is we will set a price. Hello, hands. We will set a, excuse me, um, we will set a price alert right here. Okay, so we've got a price alert there, which I think is actually going to be pretty pointless, to be honest, because it's literally gone off immediately. That's the most pointless thing. Let's go over to GU. GU is different because we have a much larger range. This being the low, this being actually theoretically not. Uh, the high is actually here. We closed above the high, so the low is here. Let's get rid of this. The low is here, this low right here. So this is the point that we're going to use to validate continuation. This was the previous high that was taken out. Right there, see? And what's everyone saying anyway? I can see you. 4 people in here right now. 4 people's in here right now. Make sure, look at the inception. I've got fat hands, haven't I? Look how fat they are. Fat hands, mate. This looks good. If we stay above this, then we'll remain bullish. Come back down to the 1 minute. On the 1 minute, guys, if you're watching and you haven't already hit that follow button or a subscribe button, make sure you do. Right, so see price pushing up now. If we close above this high, that's going to validate longs for us. This, yeah, this is going to validate the longs for us here. Why is my hand not interacting with it? Thank you. I think we could come down lower first. Remember, this is the 5 minute low right here. So this low is going to dictate whether we actually trade anything. So if we see price come back down, that's probably looking to close below the low. Finger too fat, mate. I know. Yeah, she's thick. She'd be thick for sure. There we go. Let's see. Let's see what happens. 93%. That's all good. What was that? Nice. US smuggled 6,000 Starlinks into Iran. Nice. Let's go over to gold. Oh, I forgot you can't use your thumb. Right, so you can see right here, this low is the low that we're watching currently on the 15 minute. Oh, actually, no, sorry, on the 1 minute, I believe. On the 15 minute where we are at the moment, this was your last low point because we ran the high. Run the high here. That's your high. That's your low. We didn't close above it. So this is the low point that's going to dictate to us whether this stays bearish or bullish here. Hmm. Bullish here, that was your low point, that was your high point, we closed above, this becomes your low point, that was your high point. So we've just closed below here, which actually changes the 5 minute into a bearish directional bias. Let's change up the seating. Pretty much where we were before, right? Yeah, pretty much the same basis as we saw before. Oh, the finger's doing things. My hands aren't on those, by the way. So I can't reach that. Yeah, it's because there's a controller that if I pick up the controller, it registers. So if I put the controller down, like I'm not holding it anymore, it still registers my hand being there until it realizes it's not. So sometimes it's a bit. Most of the time it's good though. Like you can see my hand on my mouse. Most of the time it's pretty good. Trading view is just so much smoother in this. In that other program we were running it in, it's just not as smooth. It's really just not as smooth at all. Obviously, it has its perks. Anything you're looking at, LJ? You're like the fun, let me twice now, baby. So EU no longer available to trade for us. Twice now, baby. Oh, really? That's fair enough. Just keep smashing the back testing, man. What was this low here? Is that the 5 minute low? Oh, I don't even know we've got that highlighted. Uh, uh, uh. It's this. This is the 5 minute. Yeah, we never closed above, so that's the low. And then within the 15 minute. Oh no, actually, the 15 minutes shifted bearish because that wasn't the high. That was the high. Then we closed above, and yeah. A trading view alert. Hmm. See, is this no, it's definitely not. It's definitely draining battery. Okay. I'll be honest with you, boys. It looks like how long? Just watching what you're doing. I'm not really doing much. That's a problem. Um, how long should I backtest for? Good question. I'd say a minimum of a year, to be honest. 12 months is a good gauge on, what price can do. And a prime example of that is if I boot up the Discord, I'll show you. I think this is probably the best looking environment in it, really. Looks great. If I get up and go over here, look at that. Looks awesome, mate. I don't know where it is or what it is, but looks good. Yeah, we boot up this, go over to Pip Surfing Society, okay, and then go to the backtesting or GJ, whatever. It doesn't matter what. I need to turn that off. Whoa, go away. Okay, yeah. So like here, for example. So this is 10 years. Oh no, it's not 10 years. It's 15 years, 16 years. This is 16 years, and you can see there's a 20% drawdown period here, but overall it's a pretty steady gain. But the reason why I say test a year like minimum is because you can see like outcomes changing depending on the period that the data you're testing. For example, here this is 10 years. And yes, it has a 27% drawdown, it has a 1300% gain, 2,500 trades. Um, so there's a lot of potential there, but obviously we wouldn't know that without testing these periods, right? Similar to this one, 300%. This is over the space of how many years? Another 15 years. Obviously, these back tests are automated, so it's a bit different. Yeah, 2010 to 2016, so 16 years. You can see the same on GU, 19% drawdown, 140% gain. This is a 5-year back test or a 6-year back test, and this is on GU, yeah, GU with a 19% drawdown. And this is on, yeah, GU. And then you've got gold, for example, which, like here, 17% drawdown, 96% gain. That's higher time frame though. And obviously the drawdown is adjustable depending on what your risk is. One of them is like I can't remember what one it is. Not that. Yeah, this one. That is the longest period of time. This is from 1993 up until now. Mm-hmm. Guys, don't forget, you can go over to the Ross-rfx website and you can get, come on, I'm not holding that anymore, am I? I don't have a 90-degree wrist. There we go. You can go over to the Ross-rfx website and you can check out any of these on here. For example, your prop firms, your FX replay, your YouTube, your Discord, indicators. Obviously, you're here on YouTube, so that's not going to be too useful to you. Um, but you can get any of these right now free, free, free. Yeah. This one is a two indicator bundle, so it's not. Oh, I can't give me. I can't. Is it crossed over? Yeah. So yeah, make sure you go and do that if you haven't already. Also, you can join the emailing list if you want to get updates on when we're bringing out new things like our scalping indicator. Because I mean, if you look at here on GJ, the scalping indicator told you to sell here, you would have had a beautiful move, and it told you to buy here, which again, beautiful move. Here tells you to sell, not so good. You probably would have taken a stop. But we're getting this system automated relatively soon. So do a year for each pair? Not necessarily, mate. But just have at least a year. Just have at least a year. I mean, prime example, if we go over to my MetaTrader here and go to the report, that's the equity curve right here. This is just a little 100k prop firm account. Um, Obviously, you can see since the beginning of this year, I've said this already, we've had like a really, really consistently losing period. Prior to that, lots of nice wins, as it should be. But that's not the important bit. The important bit is the symbols. And look at the profit factor on GU, for example, and then the profit factor on EU. And obviously, you're testing EU at the moment. So you can imagine what your results will be like if you're literally seeing 3 times better outcome from it. So AU, GN, EU, all pretty good. GA as well, pretty good. There you can see there the profit curves there. And that's the GU profit curve. Total equity generated for each pair. Obviously, it's not too crazy, but yeah, so that's the basis of it. I would say that it might be worth doing like a separate pair purely for the fact of you could get a lot different outcome depending on what pair you're testing and depending on what times you're testing and all sorts. Right, what's the time? 4 o'clock or 4:10. Oh, also, LJ, are you using what percentage are you using for your trades? Are you using 1% or 0.5%? I can't remember. Anything planned for the weekend? I'm going bingo tomorrow, and then Sunday nothing really, mate. So not really, no. Sound like an old man saying I'm going bingo. Literally. I love the way it's just you talking to me, even though there's more than one person in it. It's just me and you having a chat. Uh, Yo, what's going on, man? Welcome. Just 1% per trade unless I have no target. Then it's 0.5. Yeah, nice. Nice, nice, nice. I'll be honest with you, boys. I'm not seeing really much. I'm not really seeing too much right now. GU 1 minute. GU 1 minute. 5 minute, we're bearish, unfortunately. 1 minute, we've seen a bearish to bullish shift. 5 minute though is still bearish. Actually, no, sorry. The 5 minute is bullish. The 1 minute is bullish, but the 15 minute has shifted bearish. So you see the way we came up here, we took this high, follow that across. This isn't your high, that's your high. We then got that high taken, follow it back down, that's your low, we've closed below it. So it's kind of peaked, to be honest. We had a trade this morning, but the rest of the time we've been stagnant. Nothing's happening. So what I might do, boys, I might call it there, to be honest. I might call it there. We're 4:13 in the afternoon on a Friday. Like, yeah, there could be an entry, but to be honest, don't really want to push it. Um, yeah, I think we're gonna call it. I think we're gonna call it. So look, it's been an absolute pleasure. I appreciate you guys joining and chatting with me and stuff. It really has been a pleasure. But you can see the difference between TikTok and this. Like the amount of people that come in is minimal. I don't know why it's so bad on pushing your content. You know, it doesn't make any sense to me. But yeah, look, appreciate you guys a million. I'll see you all. I'll see you on Tuesday. Yeah, have a good weekend as well, man. Have a good weekend. I'll see you on Tuesday. If I don't see you on Tuesday, I'll see you on Wednesday. If I don't see you on Wednesday, I'll see you on Thursday. If I don't see you on Thursday, I'll see you on Friday. So have an amazing weekend, boys. Peace and love. I really do appreciate every single one of you. And I'll see you